Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your main event of the night. Professional Fighters League in conjunction with Fight Night DC. Are you ready for everybody streaming live at ProfessionalFightersLeague.com and everybody in the building tonight? It's about to go down. Somebody make some noise! We're scheduled for 3 rounds in the Professional Fighters League heavyweight division. Introducing on my right, fighting out of the blue corner, his record is impressive. 11 victories and only 1 defeat. He is currently riding a 4-fight win streak. He stands 6 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 253.5 pounds, fighting out of Coconut Creek, Florida, by way of Natal, Brazil. Introducing 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘'. And now across the decagon, fighting out of the red corner, his record 15 wins, 1 loss, 1 no contest, 7 wins by knockout, 5 by submission. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 262 pounds, fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, by way of Sofia, Bulgaria, presenting Blagoy Ivanov. Your referee is Mario Yamasaki.
𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 enters tonight having won his last 4 fights, 3 of those by way of first-round finish, 15 pro MMA victories for Blagoy Ivanov. Of those 15, 8 coming by way of first-round finish. 2 skillful, athletic, technical, and hard-hitting fighters. Our main event of the night, PFL Fight Night, Fight for Children.
There we go, first round, you ready?
𝗟𝗚𝗏 said this is the biggest fight of his career. Let's see if he can step up to the challenge.
Round number 1. White trunks for Blagoy Ivanov, the Bulgarian. Blue trunks for the Brazilian 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘. Ivanov out of the southpaw stance, hands very low. Ivanov in our fighter meeting told us he wants to take this fight to the inside. Feint by Ivanov. 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗢𝗏, outside kick, taking Ivanov off of his striking line.
It always makes me nervous when they start slow like this, because you know something's going to happen eventually.
Exactly.
Hands wide open for Ivanov. Feint on the kick from 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏. Feint on the right hand.
It means Ivanov is saying, throw that right kick. I will trade it for a left straight because it's faster. It's a straight line and you're kicking in a curve.
Ivanov showing tremendous patience, trying to solve the distance. Again, backing off of his striking line, off of the outside kick of 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗏𝗏𝗏. Still very much in a feeling out process. That's because of the respect flowing in both directions.
You see them holding that jab hand out there. That's really to find your range, find your distance, see where you can really get comfortable.
Ivanov now bringing up the left hand, loading the left hand. Head movement now from Blagoy Ivanov, slowly trying to walk down 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. Body kick just missing. 3:15 remaining round number 1.
Both fighters said they had a really good training camp. Everything went well. You know, both pretty evenly matched in terms of how they finish fights. Blagoy has 5 TKOs, 5 submissions. 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 has 6 TKOs and 6 submissions. So
this is very tactical in this stand-up from Ivanov. Slowly, he is cutting the angles, slowly walking down 𝗘𝗨𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏.
He needs to take time. Nobody can take a chance. I mean, their finishing rate is way too high. They understand that if they open up, they're going to get knocked out or submitted.
Once they engage, it's go time.
So often fights are about range. Right now this fight is all about range. Kick to the cup. Time called by Mario Yamasaki.
Blue.
Ivanov will now have up to 5 minutes to recover.
That was a nice little graze on the right. thing.
Oh,
see?
that one
I
hurt.
saw it, yeah.
Okay.
Yes. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗚, my friend.
Bro?
Please, not anymore. No, he would say, I'm from Bulgaria. Don't kick me then, okay?
I have nothing to say about this matter. I'm just going to tell you right now.
Yamasaki
Haven't
telling
been there.
Alencar, I know that was unintentional. Just be aware of those kicks. Time in.
Don't do it
Ivanov taking less than 1 minute of the allotted 5. Round number 1 resumes. And again, Ivanov slowly trying to walk down Alencar.
Really doing a good job of cutting off this cage.
Oh, big right hand from Alencar. Ivanov walking through it. Clever on the switch kick to the outside.
It's a very smart thing because it's a kick that Ivanov doesn't get a lot in training. Nobody kicks the outside leg on the southpaw. Oh, there
Left
we go.
hand.
Single kicks.
Drew a smile on the face of Alencar.
But you see what I said? Single kicks. Watch out. You're going to
I'm
get counted.
really surprised by the good footwork by Alencar for being such a big guy. You know, he's moving around the cage really well.
Alencar just feinting the Superman punch.
Whoa.
Nice.
Ivanov now trying to get to the inside. This fight continues to be all about range in the stand-up. Alencar wants it on the outside. Ivanov clearly wants it on the inside. Body kick not getting through from Caio Alencar. See the look of determination on the face of Blagoy Ivanov. Eats that right hand from Alencar, and again the Brazilian smiles. 80 seconds remaining, round number 1. Kick perilously close to the cup, but we fight on. No complaints from Ivanov, no warning from Mario Yamasaki. Big left hand.
On a single kick. There we go again.
That's what you talked about earlier, boss.
I've been talking about it for 8 years,
I'm
and
sorry,
still people
I
are
know.
doing that.
No
It's
one
amazing.
listens, I
No,
know.
I know.
I listen. I never kick naked.
Swing and a miss from Alencar.
I love that, the way you said that.
I just kept on going. Did you notice?
I know, because you have to fill time.
I meant without hiding it with my punches. Good night.
Again, the kick to the body from Alencar, just grazing. Discrepancy with the time on the screen and the official time because of the timeout. Final seconds now, round number 1. We are headed to round 2.
Boom! Oh, every time you throw a single kick, you're open. Don't throw it. See? Because that's what happens. And if it would have had it 2 inches further, it would have been a knockout. Just don't take the risk.
Let us know how you scored round number 1 of our main event on Twitter. Remember, use the hashtag PFL Fight Night. Get so pleased that you're with us for
You know
our
what's
final
really
Professional
cool?
Fighters League event of 2017.
Tell me what's really cool.
So all of the fighters, the backdrop that they're sitting behind, that's behind them on the cage, is my foundation, the Fearless Foundation.
Oh.
Just so you guys know. Just wanted to give myself a little shout out right there.
Oh, there you go.
Here we go.
There you
Second
go.
round. You
You
ready?
just give it to me,
You ready?
Fearless.
Let's go. Come on.
And I'm going to tweet it.
Thank you, boss.
You're very welcome.
Round number 2.
Outside low kick again. Very
Another
smart.
outside look kick.
And again, immediately, Blagoy Ivanov, like he did for so much of round number 1, in stalking mode. Patient.
Alencar really fainting with that kick there.
Yeah, and it could be dangerous because if he's going to kick it, he's going to get countered with the left straight.
Kick again, high on the hip.
See, I would
Just
move
off of the
forward.
cup, that was legal. You see the feints from Ivanov. Encircling Alencar on his bike, moving backwards, feinting with the switch kick, twice in that sequence. Ivanov on the counter kick.
Trading kicks.
I don't really ever see Ivanov throw that many kicks.
Alencar trying to explode in with wide punches, then right back to the outside, exactly where he wants to be.
Ooh, the pills, close to it.
No complaint from Ivanov. Again, the feint on the switch kick, the run up from Alencar.
Oh.
Good right hand on the counter from Ivanov. Rolling under.
He's gonna come now. Or not.
I think it's safe to say 0 takedown attempts so far in this fight.
3:30 remaining, round number 2 of our main event. Another left hand from Ivanov, grazing, he fell off balance. Alencar's mouth suddenly wide open, showing signs of tiring.
See a little blood on Blagoy's face now.
Blagoy.
Blagoy
I love to.
Ivanov.
You know that movie with Tom Hanks when he's stuck at the airport and he's talking like this? That's what I always think.
You see Alencar slapping away the lead hand of Ivanov. Ivanov not really throwing the jab from the southpaw stance. 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑, you said in round 1, he's just using it as the rangefinder.
Yeah, but the thing about using it as a rangefinder is eventually you got to throw it. You got to find the range and throw it.
Ivanov doubling up on the left hand, landing neither shot there.
Exactly. I can understand we didn't see straight to the body with the power hand, both sides, because one is the southpaw, the other one's orthodox.
Good left hand from Ivanov. And again, you see slowly, patiently trying to solve the distance. Ivanov ever so slightly turning up the temperature here in round number 2.
We said yesterday we really thought they were both wanting to fight at different ranges, and I think Alencar is really trying hard to keep this at a distance, and Blagoy is just trying to get inside. Oh, there's a takedown attempt.
What we have not seen from Caio Alencar, teep kicks. He has the build for it. Throwing that roundhouse, but 0 teeps in this. The push kick, the front kick, boss.
Yeah, with him, if somebody's a southpaw, the front leg, to use the front leg as a teep kick, it's a very hard thing to do because the body is lined up the wrong way. But the right leg, your power leg, is a really good weapon. I always say,
nice uppercut.
Straight to the body, right uppercuts for the orthodox fighter, inside low kicks.
It's like you say, boss, head, body, head, body, head, body.
Head, body, that's the thing. Keep him guessing, and eventually something's going to land.
Alencar suddenly a bit busier with his jab from the orthodox, the right-handed stance. Another left hand.
Ooh.
Okay.
Alencar again taking those punches, then circling out in time, called by Mario Yamasaki.
Yeah, or you do a head, body, head, body. See, you change the pattern.
I see what you did there.
No,
do you do
it's
head,
effective.
body, head, head?
You can do that too. That's very confusing what you did right now, but you can do that too.
All right.
Just like in round number 1 on the low blow, Ivanov has 5 minutes to recover. This on the eye poke into his left eye.
And you can see it.
We're going to go to a replay. Not the right angle on that one, but I definitely saw in front of me. He got a little bit of an eye a little bit of a finger in his eye, so that doesn't feel good.
The cage side physician from the DC Commission now into the cage, looking at that eye of Blagoy Ivanov. You see, it's the left eye.
Yeah, it makes me think of Matthew 7:1-5. Yeah, I know. It's a weird thing to say. Don't bother about the splinter in your brother's eye. First, take care of the log you have in your own eye.
One more look here. Hey! I don't know if that was.
Yeah, when he pushed him away at the end.
Time in, round number 2 resumes. There was no warning to Alencar by Mario Yamasaki, ruling it accidental, and I think that's certainly the correct ruling. Alencar continuing to stay on his bike, circling out. Swinging a miss, counter right hand in the left. Big right hand from Ivanov, now taking it to the inside. Unloading, big uppercut. Swing, and another big swing on the hook from Alencar.
And now the fighter who keeps pushing is going to be the guy. Watch.
Blood on the face of Caio Alencar. Right hand from Alencar. Still Ivanov walking through. Again, 𝗟𝗚𝗏 circling out fully on his bike now is the Brazilian. Big left hand from the Bulgarian Ivanov. Then the right hand.
And Blagoy's coach is telling him to keep his chin down. You can see as he's trying to strike and open up, his head's coming up just a little bit.
𝗟𝗚𝗏's mouth wide open. Feinting for that shot. Now a side kick.
He needs to step to the right faster so he
Big
can
on
cut
the
him off.
1-2. Right hook and another.
Nice.
Huge shots now from Ivanov. Final seconds, round number 2.
Oh boy.
Stop.
We will go to the third and
Oh,
final round.
Blagoy! You said, oh boy, but I said, oh,
Oh, Blagoy. Oh, I like that. I like what you did there.
That's
You
it.
are so smart.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
You're so clever, witty.
Sometimes.
Only one guy, only 2 guys here. Come on.
Into the corner of 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘.
Leave it here.
He's awesome. Wow, look at that. Boom, boom, finishing. Following it up, but what he needs to do simultaneously is cutting him off, because he lets him escape to the right all the time. So make a faster step to the right. But I liked it. 𝗘𝗏𝗏 was calling his bluff. He said, oh really? Okay, I'm coming back right now.
You see the abrasion under the left eye of Ivanov? That's the eye in which he was poked. The blood on the face of 𝗟𝗏𝗏 coming out of the right nostril.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Third and final round. Our final PFL fight of 2017 as we look forward to an outstanding and historic and indeed MMA game-changing 2018. Blagoy Ivanov versus 𝗘𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏.
You ready? Let's
Two
go, come on.
world-class heavyweights. Fight
Third
for
round
Children, Fight Night 2017 from the Washington Hilton in the United States capital, Washington, D.C. Perhaps 1 round apiece. Again, let us know your round-by-round scorecard on Twitter. Use the hashtag PFL Fight Night.
But you know what? To me, it looked like Blagoy said, okay, I want to finish this thing.
That's
Right?
exactly what it looked like. He
Yeah.
put his hands down. He kind of was, shrugging his shoulders a little bit, and then he said, all right, I'm going for it.
It's going. So I believe he's the aggressor right now. He's constantly coming forward. He wants to stop this fight.
Ivanov
He said,
cutting
I'm tired of
distance.
waiting.
But he needs to cut him off. He needs to step more to the right in order to stop his movement from his opponent.
Ivanov showing some head movement. Overhand right hand just missed the mark.
Yeah, Ivanov does a really good job of, as he's striking, getting his head off the center line so that he doesn't get countered. Stepping to the outside.
Ivanov
creating that
again to
angle.
the inside. Nicely done by
knee.
𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏. Driving back Ivanov with the knee. But you see 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏's mouth wide open. It really has been since the early stages of round 2.
Hands are down, mouth is open.
Heavy breathing as well from Blagoy Ivanov.
That's what I want to say. Yeah, both of them right now. It's all about heart. Who's got the biggest heart? And
That's
pull
the
through.
thing about round 3. You find out what you're made of.
Right hand then the
Whoa.
left. Better sequence than the left hand from Ivanov on the counter.
And it connected behind the ear, which is always a better spot.
𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏, when he takes big shots from Ivanov throughout this fight, circles out, pulls out, establishes distance.
He does a really good job of recovering from those nasty attacks.
3:10 remaining, third and final round. Not quite a rear teep kick, but close, almost a
was close.
savate kick, boss.
It was,
Takedown attempt here.
Looking for the single, nothing there.
Blagoy shrugs it off.
Once you throw with the back leg, it's not a teep anymore. And the way they're blading, that's why you can't use your front leg for a teep. That was nice. Right kick to the body, to the spleen. Right.
Ivanov walking through it as he has walked through so many 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏 strikes in this fight.
Yeah, for Ivanov, it would be better to throw a left kick to the body because that's where we have the liver from the opponent. A little bit more tender than the spleen.
Good right hand from 𝗘𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. 2:25 now remaining, third and final round of our main event.
Right now, with the aggression and 1 round up to each, I would say at this particular moment, I would say Ivanov is going to take this fight if he
I
keeps
think
doing
so.
it.
I think so. Plus, you got, a couple questionable maneuvers by 𝗟𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 that's definitely going to be in the judges' minds from the earlier rounds.
Yep.
Under the unified rules, ABC scoring system, before you consider anything else, it's effective striking / effective grappling. This has been all striking. So think about effective striking in round 1. For me, that's 𝗟𝗚𝗏. Effective striking in round 2. For me, that's Ivanov.
I wonder why we don't see more body shots right now, because both these guys are getting tired. They're heavyweights. Throw body shots, and especially the right straight, the power hand, I should say, because
good kick to the body.
Throws the left to the body, right to the body, and Ivanov should throw the left straight to the body.
Blagoy is doing a really good job of controlling the cage, though. I think all 3 rounds, he really maintained the center of the cage and sort of established dominance.
Good left hand from Ivanov.
And now he should go back to the body and then to the head.
Heavy breathing from 𝗟𝗚𝗏.
It's a hard thing to do as a fighter, though.
As we talked about in our co-main event, Lance Palmer versus Steven Siler, you can win a round being the bottom fighter. This is a similar situation. You can win a round in stand-up being the backwards and laterally moving fighter, which is what 𝗟𝗏𝗏 is. Not to say he's necessarily winning this round, but it's very close. 45 seconds remaining, 3rd and final round. Right hand from Ivanov.
Yeah, he knows right now that he's going, and he sees his opponent going down on the stamina in the stamina department. He needs to pull it up right now.
Ivanov continuing
30
to walk
seconds.
forward. Not getting that left hand through.
One big left straight to the body.
Ooh.
Playing and clowning from 𝗟𝗏𝗏. Ivanov just missing
Hands are
fully with the
down.
left hand. Head kick
Nice
not
head
getting
kick.
through, trying to change the tempo. Good left hand, flush on the chin from Ivanov. Final seconds now of this heavyweight fight. Another left hand from Ivanov.
Stop.
The bell, 15 minutes up, 15 minutes down. And the push to the back of the head by 𝗟𝗏𝗏. I'm not sure if that was being sporting or that was being a bit rough.
I would have slapped him. No. That was just a friendly thing, like, okay, thank you for this fight.
Ivanov didn't react as though it was friendly.
Because he could have, he could have thought it was completely wrong.
He just walked away.
I honestly think Ivanov's just a little bit too tired to react to anything right
You
now.
guys like, listen, I'm gonna stop. Look at this. Boom!
Nice.
That's what I always say, no single
You see the legs
kicks.
buckle a little bit there? Ooh,
Yep,
that's pretty.
but he kept in there. He stayed in
He
there.
certainly did.
Time to end all suspense with 𝗟𝗚𝗏𝗘.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds in our main event, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judges Steven Raidos and Wayne Smith score the fight 29-28. Paul Wallace scores it 29-27 for your winner by unanimous decision. Blagoy Ivanov!
Back inside the Grand Theater, Mashantucket, Connecticut, Foxwoods Resort Casino. We are now set for the heavyweight title bout between Blagoy Ivanov and Derek Mayman. There you see the numbers. Blagoy Ivanov 28 to Mayman's 30, 6'1 to 6'3, and there you see the weights, 252 and 237. 2-inch reach advantage for the caveman, Derek Mayman. And Emily Miller, and a little bit of traffic there cage side as we get set for this bout. 5 rounds scheduled for the heavyweight title. Blagoy Ivanov taking on the caveman Derek Mayman, who has been in some big scraps before. And so for a big fight like this, we got to bring in the big guns. Chael Sonnen, not enough, hard to believe. We bring in David Branch, the grittiest man in the World Series of Fighting. Not 1, but 2 belts does this man hold. David, good to have you with us. Give me a quick assessment of how you see this thing playing out. First of all, with Mayman, what does he need to do to take the belt?
Okay, Mayman needs to get his jab pumping right now and just get the feel. You don't really pay for, you don't really get hurt, or there's not really much consequence that'll happen from using your jab. I've fought Mayman before in the past, and he's grown a tremendous amount. So that's what he's going to have to do. He's going to have to keep this fight on the feet and get those heavy hands going.
And for Ivanov, what do you see for him to retain his title?
Ivanov needs to keep the pressure going forward and then look to take this fight down to the ground. Looks like he's got him right there.
Ivanov taking the words of David Branch, and he is absolutely unloading on Derek Mayman. Mayman's in trouble.
This is a flurry, but gentlemen, let me remind you, this is scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. Should it go that far, that is not the kind of output you want to put forward. There's an expression in the world of boxing: if you go for the finish, you will not win the decision.
Remember, Samanino Rama came at Mayman early on to get the title, and that's exactly what he did. He came in as a flurry, rocked Mayman early. Now Mayman trying to withstand what Blagoy Ivanov brings in those heavy hands, David. For a big man, Blagoy Ivanov at 252 pounds, he's probably walking around in the cage tonight closer to 265. The man can move quickly.
Oh yeah, he's real quick.
Mayman just went to the body there. Pretty good strike. I'm very impressed with the recovery of Mayman. He just took another hard shot, but his legs aren't wobbly. He is standing his ground.
The big man from Bulgaria continues to come forward and tee off on Derek Mayman.
Guys, our own president, 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘, sparred with Blagoy just recently. That was stand-up kickboxing style. 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 came with and said, you know, he's really getting a lot better. He's getting to the target. He's in pretty good shape. He's a durable guy. We're really seeing that now. When Blagoy became famous, he had defeated 𝗟𝗚𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 in a sambo competition, which not a lot of people know what sambo is. It's not highly practiced here in America, but it's a form of grappling with a lot of submissions, emphasis on leg locks.
And Mayman in trouble again.
It was a world competition.
And the bad news for Derek Mayman, he's still got a half a round to go, and as Chael Sonnen pointed out, 4 more rounds after that if he can survive this first round. And right now, Ivanov looking like he wants to end this thing early and go home.
Mayman definitely being durable here. He's got a great position for a wrestler, but he doesn't look like he quite knows how to finish it. Blagoy gets into the open again and is more than happy to make this a boxing contest. I really thought Blagoy would clinch him up and try to get a takedown. At least look for it. He hasn't yet.
Mayman came forward that time and met the right straight right of Blagoy Ivanov. And David Branch, not that you've ever been in this situation before, but Derek Mayman, under 2 minutes to go here in round number 1, he's already bloodied as Ivanov has just tattooed him multiple times. Is he in survival mode, and what would you be telling him if you were in his corner?
I would tell him the weather is going to keep those hands up and get the body movement going. He's got to keep his feet moving so that he's not a stationary target. Ivanov is coming.
David Branch taking a break from his 2 titles. That's tough, Chael, carrying around not 1 but 2 of ththose big heavy gold belts.
Yeah, it hurt his arm. I heard he had to go in and get a surgery on his arm because of it.
Heavy bling.
80 seconds to go for Derek Mayman. His corner's just telling him, withstand this flurry by Ivanov, and hopefully he can possibly punch himself out. But boy, Chael, the way he's firing off that combination right-left, it does not look like he's going to lose any steam. Mayman comes forward once again.
Yeah, Mayman's tough as old salami, this guy. I mean, he's standing in there. He's been punched, he's been kicked, he's been kneed, but his legs look good. He's bouncing, he's charging forward. He's doing his level best, and I have noticed he is just a tad bit faster than Blagoy.
I don't know about this.
Now, that's a dangerous game.
As an opponent, Chael, when you see someone do that, don't you always want to knock their block off?
You want to hit him right down the middle. Now, Mayman was a little tactical with that showboat. He took a step back so that there was some distance there.
Blagoy Ivanov pointing up to the jumbo screen here in the Grand Theater. Both guys now. Come on, fellas. 20 seconds to go.
Blagoy is not fast or athletic enough to play this game. This is a quick man's game here with the hands down. This is a Roy Jones move, a Floyd Mayweather move. This is not a 252-pound heavyweight technique here.
Mayman will survive and go to round 2, and we'll have it for you when we return to Connecticut live on NBCSN.
Take him down. My nose broken? No, he's not.
No, bro. Yeah,
Okay, you fight.
Fake it first, David. Fake it first, and then you go, okay? Don't
Put a mouthpiece on.
Take it.
Back up.
Sometimes a punch is not a punch. As we go back to some of the highlights in round number 1, Derek Mayman stunned early from Blagoy Ivanov. And fellas, it wasn't the combination. It wasn't the left, wasn't the right. Take a look at the left side. It was the forehead.
That was the forehead. That was absolutely accidental. Ivanov was bending down, but he did get him. Now, on the break, gentlemen, I got a text message from Joe Rogan, who's watching, and he corrected me. He said, listen, when Fedor and Ivanov grappled in sambo, he said they wear headgear and they do strike. and that's a little bit different than regular Sambo, and that's why it is impressive. So it was much more two-way fighting competition, and thank you for that correction, Joe Rogan.
That was back in 2008, the Sambo Worlds. So we'll see what Derek Mayman can now do with Blagoy Ivanov. Guys, clearly David Branch, Chael Sonnen sitting cage. I mean, you've got to give that first round to the champion, Blagoy Ivanov.
Definitely.
Yeah, but I think you got to give a little consideration to that headbutt. He wobbled Mayman, and that's largely what we were impressed with. But then again, I think I'm overthinking that for our judges a little bit. But I am impressed that Mayman is still here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he was rocked multiple times. David Branch, you have fought Derek Mayman before. You said he's grown, and I asked you in girth and size or in mentality and experience?
Everything, and skill and experience. It looks like he's trying to drag this fight out, which is a smart thing. Take it into deep waters.
And just a further discussion is Joey Varner, who is a very intelligent young man. It's called Combat Sambo, which is MMA on a wrestling mat. So we are getting our education tonight, World Series of Fighting in the heavyweight division, plus Combat Sambo.
Yeah, that's right. That's right, and I was unaware that they were wearing headgear and striking there again. But look at Mayman. He comes out short of this, but look at him. He's the one moving his feet. He's the one circling and still got some pep in his step.
Go to the body. His head kind of hard. Tell him to go to the body.
That's very unusual for a heavyweight fighter. Mayman really is moving around this ring quite well.
Mayman continues to move, and Ivanov continues to strike. It looks like Derek Mayman's looking for one of those big haymakers, David Branch, to come over the top and hopefully catch the chin of Ivanov.
Definitely, he needs to keep doing that, and he needs to work behind his jab. That's the most important thing. Throw all the strikes, the knees, the kicks, everything goes behind that.
This one's scheduled for 5 in the heavyweight division. Blagoy Ivanov is your champion, reigning champion. Derek Mayman looking to knock him off, and this is just halfway point of round 2 for 5 scheduled rounds. Early on in round 1, Chael, I didn't think this thing would go into the second round because of the way Ivanov was teeing off on Mayman.
It was an incredible flurry, and he did everything right. He started with punches, he finished with keys. He'd start with punches, he'd finish with kicks. I would like to say this, Blagoy has not been doing a great job of counter-striking tonight. When Mayman goes first, he tends to have success. When he throws something, he tends to land it on his target, but Blagoy is the one leading this dance.
Right.
I think Mayman really needs to continue that pressure and make sure that he's first, or like the champ, Mr. Branch said, lead everything with that jab.
Mayman is the more active fighter if you continue to watch his footwork and the way he's moving around the cage, but it does not seem to be, David, that he's scoring many points. He's jabbing, he's pawing, he's getting that in there, but when they come together, he's not getting off some big power punches that are finding their spot.
That's correct. Blagoy needs to start to make the ring small. He's a lefty, so he needs to start walking to the right, make it small, and get this thing done. Mayman needs to keep moving and circling. He needs to stop circling that way and switch directions a little bit.
Derek Mayman comes from a good camp, Cedar Rapids, Iowa, an American top team. Would you tell him, listen, why not get this thing to the ground? You haven't had much success striking. Let's get to the ground and see what Blagoy's got.
Absolutely. I mean, my whole thing in fighting is to always mix it up.
Yeah.
And I definitely think that he should start to mix this up now because it's not looking too good for him right now on the feet.
Mayman's got a cut above his left eye that's starting to get into his eye and affect his vision. He's trying to wipe it away.
And that's something the referee will continue to look at. Brian Miner in control of this fight inside the cage. If that becomes an impairment, vision becomes a factor, he can't stop the fight with doctors ready to come in. And that big left just cracked it. Miner's going to stop this. That is it.
Great stoppage. Absolutely devastated. And David Branch, I think that he was listening to you. He led that off with a jab, as you've been saying he used to do all night. But boy, did he ever come down with a good straight left hand as Mayman was backing up.
Yes, sir.
Ivanov just followed him up and got the finish. Outstanding job, an outstanding job by our referee stepping in just at the right time.
The Bulgarian sledgehammer finds the face of Derek Mayman, and I don't know if it was the socket or the nose, but he cracked him hard. Mayman knew it right off the bat. He dropped to his knees, and Ivanov didn't have to come in for the final pounce. Good move by Brian Miner to get in there. There was no way Mayman was coming back from that. Back inside the Grand Theater at the conclusion of a heavyweight bout between Blagoy Ivanov, the champion, and Derek Mayman. It's Ivanov who gets the win for the official decision. Here is 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Brian Miner has stepped in and stopped the fight at 4 minutes 33 seconds of round number 2. Officially a technical knockout due to strikes. Your winner, and still the World Series of Fighting heavyweight champion of the world, Blagoy Ivanov.
It was scheduled for 5. They only needed 2. Ivanov is still the champion in the World Series of Fighting in the heavyweight division.
Here's a tail of the tape. 5 years older, Ivanov, same height. And look at the weight differential right there. Rama really cut down. He's at 227.8. We'll see if that affects anything here tonight. Has a 3-inch greater reach and will attempt to go to 10-1 in his career. Let's go inside the cage. 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 has the official introductions.
Here we go, fight fans. Your co-main event is brought to you by Everlast Hydrate Elite. We are scheduled for 5 rounds for the World Series of Fighting Heavyweight Championship of the World. And now, introducing on my left, fighting out of the blue corner of the 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘. He is your challenger. His record, 11 victories, only 1 defeat, 4 wins coming by way of knockout, 5 by submission. He stands 6 feet and 1 inch tall. He weighed in at 251 pounds, fighting out of Sofia, Bulgaria, introducing Blagoy Ivanov. And now, ladies and gentlemen, standing to my right, fighting out of the red corner, his record is impressive with 9 victories and only 1 defeat. 5 wins coming by way of knockout, 3 by submission, standing 6 feet and 1 inch tall, weighing 228 pounds, fighting out of Calgary, Alberta. He is the undisputed, reigning, defending World Series of Fighting heavyweight champion of the world, presenting 𝗟𝗟𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘, the Prince Rama. Your referee for this fight is Vern Gorman.
Everybody out. Back it up. Judge.
Emily Miller gets us started here in round 1.
Judge. Timekeeper. Doctors. Fighter, you ready? Fighter, you ready? Mix it up.
Underway in the heavyweight title bout here tonight from Edmonton. Rama's in the black shorts. Ivanov is in the white shorts. Scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds.
If you notice, Blagoy prevents himself from moving forward, afraid of the striking. Rama.
Rama at 9-1 has had 8 first-round finishes.
It's extremely dangerous. His striking is really top-notch. And you can see Ivanov is completely afraid of, has his back on the cage all the time. He'll be looking for a takedown.
Well, Rama makes the first move there with a leg kick. Took 40 seconds into the first round. So there will be no 51-second knockout here in this fight tonight.
Not today. You see that the problem sometimes when the guy is running like this, he throws those haymakers, the chances of landing one of those and knocking you out are huge because you're hunting them.
Fighters feeling each other out here in round 1. Just over a minute gone by. Ivanov now takes a big shot, but backing away was Rama.
Ivanov landed the shot. And he got to be careful with the right hook. It's really coming strong from Ivanov.
Good left there by Rama. Low leg kick.
Ivanov is getting more aggressive now. Rama looking for the counter.
You can hear the corner talking, Renzo, saying, get that arm up, you're leaving yourself open.
Yes, as you can see it, look, he's getting ready to be countered by Rama.
So technical, and look at this.
Beautiful takedown. He grabbed the kick. He grabbed the kick to the body. Rama went to a shoulder lock. It's amazing movement. But Ivanov was able to pull it out. He landed one good strike with the left hand.
He's able to grab the left leg of Brahma to get him down. Now he's got him in a nice lock here.
He's working in the guillotine. Rama is showing himself very versatile. Beautiful escape from the guillotine. He did it the right thing, working on the hand.
And on the flip side for Ivanov, 11-1. 9 of his 11 wins have come by stoppage as well.
Definitely, it's extremely, you can see he's extremely strong guy and solid in the sense of if he brings the fight to the ground, he will give a lot of trouble to any opponent. Rama was extremely efficient in reversing straight from the guard into a shoulder lock.
Swings and misses there from Rama. Oh, landing one. Ivanov there with the left.
That's always the problem. When you hunt, you are always getting ready for a counter. Beautiful strikes from Rama.
Rama gets a couple in, but Ivanov has really got that left working. Has landed a few really good strikes on Rama.
Very strong. Again, that's again is the fear of being grabbed. So you're trying to prevent the opponent from taking you down. You open yourself for strikes. Even though it's wide haymakers, they still land a strong way.
Rama in the black shorts, Ivanov in the white shorts. Rama, born in Athens. His father, Albanian, played pro soccer for Albania. They moved to Canada when he was a teenager. And a lot of soccer, so he's got a strong leg. He can also dunk a basketball, so honestly very athletic.
That shows how athletic he is, yeah. He's extremely athletic. Beautiful training of hooks there. Rama's nose is bleeding a little.
He's drawing some blood from Ivanov.
Ivanov being very efficient on the counter. Every time Rama moves forward, he throws those haymakers, those hooks, with the right and the left hand.
We're under a minute to go in the first round, scheduled for 5 here in this heavyweight title bout tonight. The World Series of Fighting 21 from Edmonton. Mike Corey and the legendary Renzo Gracie with you tonight.
He's getting caught. Rama's getting caught every time he goes in with the right hook. You gotta be very careful there. If one of those lands solid in the jaw, you're gonna wake up asking what happened. Oh, look again.
Under 30 seconds left, round 1.
Gotta bring the hand up. Beautiful, beautiful uppercut from Rama.
Ivanov trying to strike back.
Got him on, building his confidence in the strikes.
Oh, good hit there by Rama. Nice combination. Good finish by Rama here at the end of round 1. Ivanov gets the left in, and that's the end of the first round.
Now we're looking at Ivanov trying to finish in a guillotine. You see how Rama works perfectly on his opponent's hand, breaking the grip and allowing his head to pop it out. And the moment that his head pop out, he pushes his opponent away, he's free to begin the striking again. We're back in action.
Not a bad end to round 1. That's got to be something that Ryan Ford likes, who's in the crowd, who is the person who mentored Rama, 23 years old. After round 1, do you feel like that went in favor of Rama?
Yes, I believe the first round that belonged to Rama, and now the second begun very strong. They're trading blows there like heavyweights do.
Heavyweight title bout here tonight. Rama looking to defend his title. Ivanov in the white shorts, the challenger.
Beautiful left hand. Rama is getting to his opponent's face solid. And the hands are starting to come in. They're starting to connect.
Rama takes a shot and fires back with the left again.
Blagoy is extremely strong. You know, he's taking some solid shots from Rama, and he's not even flinching.
Good defense by Ivanov. Ivanov, oh, just missing the big right.
Constantly dangerous. Ivanov, when he explodes forward, is 251 pounds moving like a freight train.
That's the thing, the momentum there from Ivanov, he's got almost another 30 pounds on.
Definitely. It makes a huge difference when you hit. Trading blows with a guy 30 pounds heavier than you, it's always dangerous.
Couple leg kicks traded by, and there it goes. Ivanov able with a leg kick to get Rama down, but he's quickly back up. 2 minutes gone by, round 2. Scheduled for 5 here tonight in the heavyweight title bout, World Series of Fighting 21.
Beautiful 1-2 connecting next with the right hook. That was beautiful connecting.
Great combination by Rama, now goes to the body.
And the punches from Rama are really connecting well. Beautiful setups and beautiful combinations.
Little blood drawn on both fighters here in this second round.
It's not, I don't call that blood, I call it a little bit of pride.
Okay.
Now. What is blood but the
Not
sauce?
enough to make mention of, right?
Yeah.
Here we go. Rama takes one there, back from Ivanov. Under 2 minutes to go, round 2.
The leather really being thrown heavy here.
Oof. Big strike by Ivanov.
And he just did a cut on his face.
Here's Ryan Ford looking on, and his son, who mentored Rama out of Calgary, Alberta. He's 23 years old, 9-1, looking to defend his heavyweight title here tonight.
There's nothing harder than to see your kid fighting. See the swelling going up on Rama's face. Every time Ivanov connects, it's a strong. He has heavy hands. So the eye already closing from Rama. That was from a right hook. As he was coming in, you see every time he's countering
under the left eye, though.
Rama has to begin to close that guard on his left side. Because the right hook is coming in every time. Every time he attacks, Ivanov comes back with a very strong hand. Look again. Or
look at Rama, the blood dripping down the side of his face, right down the middle of his chest here. 35 seconds to go, round 2. Here's a couple of strong strikes in. Ivanov has Rama in a tough spot there, and Rama able to tie him up against the cage. He has really taken a few from Ivanov here in the late stages of this second round.
Ivanov has been very efficient in counter. Every time Rama moves forward, he gets caught on the way out.
We'll have to see what they would score this one like. It could be even Steven here after 2 rounds of fighting in the heavyweight title bout, Rama and Ivanov. There's a look at 𝗟𝗟𝗡𝗏 Rama, who has taken a beating there. Look at the bottom of the left eye on his face right now as they attend to him after the second round. Renzo, did you think that went to Ivanov?
Yeah, I honestly believe it's that damage comes from the weight difference. See, when you get a hit with a guy with 30 pounds heavier than you, the damage is always because you're seeing Rama connecting a lot of shots.
Let me ask you about this. You just saw the graphic there. This is the longest fight so far of Rama's career.
Once you are on this level, believe it, we always, as a peer, a very tough guy for you to see who has bottles to sell. You know, that's the reality. It's now it's the last round. This is the 3rd round. We're gonna go to 5 rounds. So in reality, this fight's just gonna get better.
You obviously trained for it, but this is different when you're actually in the ring. And for having not gone this far, you have to wonder, okay, what's he thinking right now?
Let's see how he behaves once the fight progresses all the way up. Like we've never seen him fighting longer like that.
Right. 8 first-round finishes by Rama, who's in the black shorts. Ivanov in the white shorts. 4 TKOs, 5 submissions for Ivanov. We haven't seen much on the canvas, though, here tonight. It's been all striking and kicking by both of these fighters.
And Rama's corner should be telling him to be careful with those hooks. He should have lowered his head every time he attacks on his way out.
Ivanov able to get a couple of power strikes in here. Rama in trouble. Rama goes down.
He just knocked him down. I believe it was a left hand.
And now Ivanov.
That's a very tight guillotine. Hit that.
The guillotine, that's it.
That's a very tough guillotine. That's a completely different guillotine. It's the one that you hold the chin and you squeeze against your stomach. Beautiful, beautiful work. The first time I saw the guillotine, I was in Japan, and it was a match at 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑, and it was exactly that finish that was applied. Rama wasn't expecting that. After dropping him, I believe it was a left hook, he went straight for his neck.
It happened so quick. And Blagoy Ivanov is the new heavyweight title holder here at the World Series of Fighting 21.
Yeah, we have a new champion.
Let's go back to that sequence there in the third round. Let's listen in. Ivanov knew it there, Renzo, after he was able to really land those strikes.
Definitely, this is the thing. The fighters today, all they want is to stand up. He was on his back before. He could manage very well. He should have stayed on his back. He tried to get up in any way he could. He ended up offering his neck to be caught in that guillotine.
We will be back for the official decision right after this. Blagoy Ivanov from Bulgaria. Excited after his performance tonight. Gets it done. 12-1. We'll be back after this. Fans in Edmonton fired up. Our co-main event in the books. Let's go inside the cage now. 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 has the official decision with our new champ.
Ladies and gentlemen, your co-main event ends with a tap out due to a guillotine choke at 1 minute and 17 seconds of the third round. Your winner and new World Series of Fighting heavyweight champion of the world, Blagoy Ivanov.
Take a look at the tail of the tape for this, the main event of the night. 30 and 32 respectively for Ivanov and Jordan. There you see the numbers. Sean Jordan getting down to 264, a big weight cut. I spoke with him after weigh-ins. He was very relieved to be at 264, but happy that weight cut was over. And he does have the 3-inch reach advantage, so we'll see if that jab goes to work for the former Bayou Bengal. With the official introductions as we take a look at the rules. Of course, no knees to the head of a grounded opponent. 10-point must system based on strike, grappling, aggression, and cage control. And now we can set it into 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗑 for the official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your main event of the night. And now live from the magnificent Turning Stone Resort Casino in Verona, New York. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? It's about to go down for everybody in this sold-out crowd and those watching live on NBCSN. Somebody make some noise! Your main event is brought to you by Alienware, the ultimate gaming experience. We're scheduled for 5 championship rounds for the World Series of Fighting Heavyweight Championship of the World. And now introducing your challenger, 19 victories versus 7 defeats, standing 6 feet tall, weighing 264 pounds, fighting out of Coconut Creek, Florida by way of El Paso, Texas. Introducing Sean the Savage Jordan. His opponent across the decagon, an impressive record, 14 wins, 1 defeat, standing 6 feet and an inch tall, weighing 251 pounds, fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada by way of Sofia, Bulgaria. He is the undisputed, reigning, defending World Series of Fighting Heavyweight Champion of the World, Blagoy Ivanov. Your referee is Big Dan 𝗟𝗨𝗦𝗘.
All right, gentlemen, stick to the rules of the locker room. I want you to obey my commands at all times. I want you to protect yourselves at all times. If you want to touch close for luck, both of you, good luck to both of you guys.
And a very cordial greeting at the middle of the decagon. Blagoy Ivanov, the champion. Sean Jordan, the challenger. And this for the heavyweight title belt of the World Series of Fighting. This one's scheduled for 5. Todd Harris, Randy Couture, Kayla Harrison, Boss Rutan with you as we bring you the final fight of the night, in which the natural Randy Couture says this is not going 5 rounds. Someone wants to get to bed early tonight.
I'll be shocked if it does, honestly. These guys have so much power, both of them are amazing.
And it's an interesting point you bring up about Blagoy Ivanov. For a big guy, he does really move, great footwork, and if he gets into a striking match toe-to-toe just throwing leather, you got to be the odds-on favorite.
He obviously has got some respect for Sean Jordan's power. He's picking his shots, not just going to stand and go nose to nose. Be a little smarter about it than that. It's probably a wise decision.
Forward in the black trunks, champion Ivanov with a nice combination that would put a smile on the face of Boss Rutan. Nice combo. He loves that. If one's good, two's better.
Absolutely.
We have seen the speed tonight in the bantamweight division with Magomedov getting the win. We've seen power and speed in the featherweight division, and the new champion Andre Harrison defeating the champ Lance Palmer. And now we get to the power, and it's rocked immediately, and Jordan's in trouble. This one could be over quick. Big Dan's looking down, and that is it. How do you like
it? Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan 𝗟𝗨𝗦𝗘 steps in and stops the fight at 1 minute and 43 seconds of the very first round. Officially a TKO due to strikes for your winner. And still, the World Series of Fighting Heavyweight Champion of the World, Blagoy Ivanov.
Well, strong performance. Randy Couture, you've knocked plenty of people out in your career. Take us through this and how he set this up and made it look not easy, but just artful.
See a little inside right, or a left hand rather, and then he comes down and just smothers him with a barrage of punches. It started with a little right hand from the inside. Saw they hurt him when he backed up, followed him with another 1-2 combination right there, and that's what sent him to the canvas. Great job of just getting it over with and not playing around with a guy as dangerous as Sean.
You talk about the footwork. He had the wherewithal to sweep the legs of Jordan to the side as he came in for the kill and really raining down the heavy leather. Watch this. Sweep, step across, and he's clear sailing, not having to worry about up kicks.
Absolutely.
Dan 𝗟𝗨𝗦𝗘 doing the right thing there. Sean Jordan did not complain about an early stoppage as he was rocked hard. We now set it inside the cage. Kayla Harrison is with the champ.
Champ, congratulations. That was an amazing performance. I guess they saved the best for last. You know, you made it look easy. Tell me what was going on in your mind while you were out here.
So, thank you first. I prepared really good for this fight. I did a couple camps and I was ready for this.
Did you expect the fight to end so soon?
No, I just was ready for 5 rounds, but it's coming earlier.
Well, you looked great. You've defeated everybody they've thrown at you. What do you think's next for you?
Yeah, I want to fight with the tough opponents to be good attraction.
You just re-signed to the WSOF. Are you excited to be here?
Yeah, I'm happy. I want to thanks to WSOF. They give me good opportunity, and I'm happy to be here.
Are you here to stay?
Yes.
Congratulations, champ.
See how these two fighters line up? Dave & Buster's brings you our tale of the tape. Eat, drink, play, watch sports.
We've said it many times, 28 combined wins, 26 finishes.
Again, here's Michael Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, live on Spike, Bellator MMA, along with Pechanga Resort and Casino, experience it all. Now, present the main event of the evening, a heavyweight semifinal set for 3 5-minute rounds in the toughest tournament in sports. Sanctioned by the California State Athletic Commission, Commissioner John Frierson, Chair, Executive Officer Andy Foster. Tonight's main event is brought to you by Miller Lite, the official beer of Bellator MMA. It's not just a good time, it's Miller time. And now, introducing first the red corner. At 6'1", weighing in 255.7 pounds tonight. The comeback continues as he enters the Bellator cage undefeated, 10 victories, no losses, fighting out of Sofia, Bulgaria. Introducing Blagoy Ivanov. And across the cage, his opponent tonight fighting out of the blue corner at 6'4", weighing in 245.3 pounds. His professional record, 18 victories, 8 defeats, fighting out of Madera, California, presenting 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 Johnson. And when the bell rings, the referee in charge of the action, Big John McCarthy.
No elbows to the head. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands all times. You want to touch gloves, touch gloves. Best of luck to both of you.
Jimmy, your keys are presented by Victory Motorcycles. Ride one and you'll own one.
For Blagoy Ivanov, keep the fight inside and look for the takedown. He has real submission skills. LeVar Johnson, test Ivanov's chin early. That hasn't happened a lot in Bellator. And don't get reckless against Vinicius Spartan. He got knocked out by throwing wide.
Alexander Volkov sitting next to Bellator's founder and CEO Bjorn Rebney. He is already through to the heavyweight tournament final. He will face the winner of this second semifinal.
Here we go. You ready? You ready?
Get on. Round number 1. Our fight clock is presented by Miller Lite, the official beer of Bellator. It's not just a good time, it's Miller time.
Ivanov already wary of the power of LeVar Johnson.
Ivanov in the white trunks, Johnson in the white and blue trunks.
No surprise here, trying to get inside immediately.
Ivanov told us, Jimmy, get this fight to the ground as quickly as possible. Work his wrestling, work his submission games.
And also his inside punches, shorter reach, shorter arms. He can do damage chest to chest that LeVar Johnson can't do. LeVar Johnson needs a little bit more range. Actually a lot more, 7-inch reach advantage for LeVar Johnson. Got to make that a disadvantage by keeping it close.
Looking for the takedown now is Ivanov, and he gets it. Next Friday night, live on Spike, our Bellator MMA main event, the fight for Bellator's welterweight world championship, Douglas Lima versus the Olympian Rick Hahn. Open guard now.
Now going back for a footlock. Problem is you pull your opponent right on top of you. That's what he did.
He's going to sit back for it again, and he does. No fear of those punches from Ivanov. And here come the punches from LeVar Johnson.
Dangerous move by Ivanov, but he took it looking for the finish.
Knee to the body.
Man, I think a tactical mistake by Ivanov. He was on top exactly where he wanted to be. Ended up giving up position for that footlock, but that's the risk and reward.
Standing guillotine position for Ivanov. Doesn't have it cinched.
He does have a great guillotine, though.
Snapping down Johnson. Johnson right back to his feet.
He's in good position to finish. He can get the right hand position. And he can't. You see him trying to keep his chest on the back of LeVar Johnson's head. Same choke Alexander Shlemenko got against Brennan Ward, and boom!
Full-on body slam from LeVar Johnson.
Man! They're going for the Von Flue, steps over into mount. Now it's Ivanov in big trouble.
Ivanov gives his back, Johnson didn't take it and lets Ivanov stand.
I think he knew he couldn't hold that position from where he was. That was a smart move by Johnson.
The power of LeVar Johnson.
Man.
Rare in MMA, the full body slam.
Blagoy Ivanov weighs 255 pounds. LeVar picked him up like a rag doll.
Johnson 10 pounds lighter.
Good left hand by Ivanov, right on the chin.
See, Ivanov wants to be close in the pocket, not allow Johnson to extend with his punches. Beautiful head and arm throw. Sit through now from Ivanov. 120 remaining, round number one of this heavyweight tournament.
Step over that arm, and that's exactly what he does. Might be going for a crucifix position or the Americana.
I think he's fishing for the Americana, Jimmy. Let it go. Side control from Ivanov.
A lot of options here for Blagoy Ivanov.
Again, looking for the key lock.
He's ready to tap, and
look at the right hand of Johnson in tap position. There's the tap! And the amazing comeback of Blagoy Ivanov continues all the way through to the heavyweight tournament final.
He got good position and took full advantage.
Ladies and gentlemen, inside the Bellator cage, the Americana brings on the tap. Official time, 4 minutes, 8 seconds into round number one. The winner by submission now, a finalist in the heavyweight tournament, Blagoy Ivanov.
Let's go to Jimmy.
We're here with your winner, Blagoy Ivanov. I just want to know how it feels to enter a tournament final after being on your deathbed, this road all the way to the tournament final. How does it feel, man?
I feel amazing, great. Thanks God because I'm here, and I want to thank to all my friends, to my family, and to all my coaches.
Now, of course, you're headed to the heavyweight final. Your opponent will be Alexander Volkov. Tell me how you feel about this opponent, how you feel about this fight.
Yeah, I know him. He's a good guy. I think I beat him.
Look at these two heavyweights, the reach advantage for Zach Jensen, 4.5 inches. I think that's going to be very important. Keep Ivanov at a distance.
Let's now throw it back to Michael Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight here at L'Auberge Casino Resort, Lake Charles, Bellator Fighting Championships on MTV2 and on Epix2 in HD. Now moves to quarterfinal number 3 of the heavyweight tournament, 3 5-minute rounds scheduled, and it's brought to you by Everlast. Greatness is within. And now fighting out of the red corner at 6'5", weighing in at 265 pounds even. His professional record stands at 10-7 from Hopkins, Minnesota, Zach Jensen. And across the cage, his opponent fighting out of the blue corner at 6'1", weighing in at 244 pounds. The undefeated professional tonight brings to the cage 9 wins, no losses with 1 no contest. Originally from Sofia, Bulgaria, he now fights out of Las Vegas, Nevada, Blagoy Ivanov. And the referee in charge, Gabe Barahona.
Heavyweight tournament quarterfinal number 3. Zach Jensen versus Blagoy Ivanov. The winner through to the final 4 to join Ron Sparks and Eric Prindle, who have already advanced tonight. Round number 1.
How is Zach Jensen going to start? He usually starts guns blazing. We'll see if he's true to form tonight.
Zach Jensen is in the blue trunks. Blagoy Ivanov is in the white trunks. Gabe Barahona is the referee.
Like that kick in the beginning, showing him he's got that in his back pocket.
Nice left hand and another left hand by Ivanov.
He's got him hurt.
Outside trip.
And that's all Sambo right there. They have good
Stepping
throws.
over into full mount is the Bulgarian Blagoy Ivanov.
This is not where Jensen wanted to be.
Body lock held on the bottom by the American Zach Jensen.
You see the pink wraps on the gloves. Breast cancer awareness is what that is for.
Ivanov told us, Jimmy, if I get Jensen to the ground, I'm using my Sambo, I'm going for the leg locks.
Well, hard to leg lock from here, but great for ground and pound and arm bars. Let's see what he goes for.
Half guard now held by Jensen.
Bottom position is hard to use as a heavyweight, period, but I think Ivanov has a serious advantage here on the ground with the submission game.
Half guard still held by Jensen. Ivanov short left hand. Jensen out to the body lock, we're playing defense.
You see that instep, the left instep of Ivanov pushing down on the thigh. He's looking to pass here. Jensen powers his way out.
Celebrate the best in sci-fi, fantasy, horror, and comic books, and preview never-before-seen world premiere footage from upcoming blockbuster films. Don't miss Spike's Scream Awards, Tuesday, October 18th at 9 p.m. Eastern, only on Spike.
Let's see what Jensen does with this top position.
All right, gentlemen, let's work. Ivanov backs off. Jensen walks at 290 pounds, weighed in yesterday for this bout, 265 pounds. Ivanov, no weight cut, weighed in at 244 pounds. He said, I will use my quickness and my movement to defeat my bigger opponent.
Wow, another good right hook. Jensen is getting caught over the top.
Left hand there, then a right. Jensen misses with the right.
Man, Ivanov's just a better boxer. You can see it already. Every shot is landing right on the button.
Big shots by Ivanov.
This isn't going to go much longer if he keeps taking shots like that.
Ivanov training in Las Vegas, moving from his native Sofia, Bulgaria, training for this fight in this tournament. He said the main focus of his training is to improve his striking.
Well, it's been working. Those are tight, sharp punches he's throwing.
Jensen felt that he could use his Greco-Roman wrestling experience to counter the Sambo throws of Blagoy Ivanov. Jensen was both a wrestler and a football player at the NCAA Division I level at Northern Illinois University. Ivanov started judo and Sambo at the age of 7.
Oh, good right hand. This is going to be stopped soon. That's a bad shot. He's hurt.
Huge shots now. Ivanov looking to finish. Jensen swinging right back. Spinning back kick by Jensen. That was audacious.
He's got a chin, but he's throwing desperation punches. He's getting beat up in there. Every one of those shots was right on target, just like that straight left.
Head kick there, partially blocked, but thrown by Ivanov. Now it's Jensen coming forward.
And Jensen just doesn't have any answer for this boxing attack other than to keep coming forward.
Outside kick by Jensen. Had a slight smirk on his face there, Jimmy, as he came forward.
I guess his strategy here might be, yeah, just let Ivanov punch himself out, because he so far cannot deal with these hands. Another straight left right on the button. Ivanov cannot miss.
Big knee there from the Bulgarian. Final minute of round number 1.
And Ivanov looks winded.
Blagoy Ivanov landing some huge shots in round 1, and still Jensen comes forward, throws a right of his own. Big right hand by Ivanov. That was about 6 feet in front of our commentary position, and we heard that land, Jimmy.
That right hand over the top is just murdering Jensen.
These are phenomenal shots by Ivanov, and still, just like that in the forehead with the straight right, Zach Jensen comes forward.
He's just walking right into these shots. Ivanov has to be wondering what's it going to take to drop this guy.
Action, gentlemen, action.
These are some of those, wow, beautiful right hook over the top.
This looks like Rocky Balboa versus Ivan Drago. I'm not sure who is who, though. It's just crazy big shots. Push kick from Jensen. Huge, huge strikes in an electrifying round number 1. Round number 2, heavyweight tournament quarterfinal number 3. An amazing opening round. Jimmy, how did you see it?
I'm going to give a very rare 10-8 to Ivanov. He just teed off on him, threw him, got the mount, pure domination.
I thought you would, actually. I thought you would score that 10-8, and you did. Zach Jensen, the American, is in the blue trunks. Blagoy Ivanov, the Bulgarian, is in the white trunks.
They are right in front of us. Jensen trying to put Ivanov up against the fence. Feel that weight. Got to take some how can I say it, some energy out of those punches. Got to wear him down a little bit because right now he's getting hit with very sharp shots. Beautiful outside trip.
Outside trip. Again, Ivanov started judo and sambo in his native Bulgaria at the age of 7. That's classic judo and sambo. Ivanov winning in the heavyweight division the 2008 Combat Sambo World Championships in Russia.
They're trying to lock up a key lock now. Trying to get that right arm of Zach Jensen. He's really cranking on it, but Jensen, I think, staying composed. He's got to pull it in a little bit tighter. Jensen's trying to use this space to get out. Now giving up full mount.
Full mount now. Ivanov really cranking on the submission.
Looks like Cole Conrad, Neil Grove, almost a replay of that situation. Trying to put all his weight into this submission.
Jensen, does he have his hand in tap position with the left hand? Not tapping.
Ivanov just cranking with everything he's got. Jensen gets out.
Still though, Ivanov in full mount, but great submission defense, or at least submission escape by Jensen. Jensen almost going for a can opener from the bottom, just trying to keep his man close. Jensen said of Ivanov in his Combat Sambo World Championship in 2008, he said, from what I saw, he looks like the world champion of sparring to me. Because in Combat Sambo, you're on a mat, you wear a gi jacket, you wear amateur boxing headgear, and you wear shin pads. Jensen said, I'm not impressed.
I wonder if he's impressed now, because he is taking a beating. Ivanov now looks like he's going for the guillotine. Jensen trying to push and get out of it.
Jensen bullies his way back.
Oh, he's in trouble now. He might be out.
Tight.
He's out. He's out.
Jensen's out cold. Technical submission win for Blagoy Ivanov, just like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, the guillotine brings the end to this contest officially. 2 minutes, 35 seconds into round number 2. The winner by technical submission, now advancing to the heavyweight tournament semi-final round, Blagoy Ivanov.
Blagoy Ivanov remains undefeated in his pro MMA career, now 10 wins, and he is with Jimmy Smith.
I'm here with your semifinalist, Blagoy Ivanov. Your opponent, Zach Jensen, ate some of the hardest shots I've seen a heavyweight take ever. Was he surprised he was still standing?
Твой противник получи най-големите удари в главата. Ти беше ли сюрпризиран от тази, че можа толкова удари да удържи?
Да, изненада ме.
Yes, I was surprised.
Главата доста му носи на бой.
He really's got a tough head, you know, big coconut to crack, you know.
Now he's moving on to the semifinals, a semifinal full of big, very heavy hitters. Is that how he's going to come out in every fight looking to box? His boxing looks spectacular.
Сега отиваш в момента към семифиналите, полуфиналите. По същия начин ли смяташ да се боксираш и да играеш?
Ми зависи как тръгне боя, по принцип.
It all depends from the way the fight presents itself.
What are his thoughts on this heavyweight division? We've seen some great fights tonight, some spectacular knockouts. What are his thoughts on being in this stacked semifinal round?
Какво мислиш за всички участници тук? Доста са силни всички. Кажи нещо за тях.
Мисля, че следващия бой ще бъде също хубав и интересен за публиката.
I think the next fight is definitely going to be exciting and the fans are going to love it again.
I'm sure they will. Let's give a big hand for your winner, Blagoy Ivanov, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Pechanga Resort and Casino, Bellator MMA now presents 3 5-minute rounds in the heavyweight division. Introducing the red corner first at 5'11", weighing in at 246 pounds. His professional record stands at 4-3 fighting. Out of Lake Forest, California, Chicanita Manny Bam Bam Lara. And across the cage, his opponent tonight fighting out of the blue corner at 5'11", weighing in at 251 pounds even. Tonight, he returns undefeated as a professional. 7 victories without a defeat fighting. Out of Sofia, Bulgaria, Blagoy Ivanov. Ivanov. And the third man inside the cage, in charge of the action, referee Herb Dean.
A really intriguing fight now for you in the heavyweight division. 𝗟𝗚𝗨𝗘𝗦 versus the Bulgarian Blagoy Ivanov. Our tale of the tape is brought to you by Dave & Buster's. Eat, drink, play, watch sports.
You see Blagoy Ivanov 7-0. The question is, normally it's just ring rust, but after his coma, what does he have left for this fight?
Round number 1. Our fight clock is brought to you by Miller Lite, the official beer of Bellator. It's not just a good time, it's Miller time. Lara's in the orange trunks, Ivanov in the white trunks.
Guys who take a year off of ring rust for no reason, it's hard to get back in there, but Blagoy Ivanov, man, he's lucky to be alive.
Ivanov was a gold medalist at the 2008 World Sambo Championships. He defeated Fedor Emelianenko in the semifinal round. But really, he has been almost a pure striker in MMA. He really does not rely on his Sambo.
Yeah, his hands have looked amazing in Bellator. Could not miss against Zach Jensen.
Feint on the kick from Lara.
Had hinge injuries galore after that fight. He hit him so hard.
There's the clinch from Ivanov. Turn from Lara, trying to put a lot of heavy pressure on, driving through, wide base from Ivanov.
Ivanov going now for the guillotine. He's got the face locked up.
And there's the tap! Phenomenal comeback from Blagoy Ivanov. First round submission win.
It's about getting back on track. Good start tonight.
Here's Michael Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, inside the Bellator cage, by way of a front choke, the end comes officially the tap. At 1 minute, 17 seconds into round number 1, the winner by submission, still undefeated, Blagoy Ivanov. Bellator MMA, along with WinStar World Casino and Resort, now present the toughest tournament in sports. 3 5-minute rounds in the opening round of the heavyweight tournament. We now introduce first the red corner. At 6'4", weighing in 245.8 pounds, a 2-time tournament finalist, he stands tonight with 21 professional victories, 6 defeats, and 1 draw. He fights out of Chandler, Arizona, introducing Reg Rare Breed Hale. And across the cage, his opponent fighting out of the blue corner at 5'11", weighing in 254.1 pounds. Undefeated as a professional, 9 victories, no defeats. Hailing from Sofia, Bulgaria, introducing Blagoy Ivanov.
Let's go fight. Round number 1, the winner through to the heavyweight tournament final 4. Our fight clock is brought to you by Miller Lite, the official beer of Bellator. It's not just a good time, it's Miller time. Hale in the blue trunks, the Bulgarian Ivanov in the white trunks.
All Hale talked about for this fight was how much he's been working on his boxing, keeping his combinations tight.
Hale early on trying to cut the angles. Slowly trying to walk down Ivanov. Big step in right hand by Hale.
Problem is he closed distance. Kind of walked into Blagoy Ivanov's range. This is the kind of game Blagoy Ivanov wants. Hale wants to fight at a distance.
Tremendous Sambo credentials, of course, Jimmy, for Blagoy Ivanov, but in MMA, he's really been a puncher first.
Very true, very heavy-handed. Does have submission skills, especially leg locks. Big part of the Sambo arsenal.
Left hands to the body, out of the clinch from Ivanov.
Already some blood out of the eye. Looks like the left eye of Ivanov.
Cut just below his left eye. You see the trickle there.
These aren't the kind of short exchanges that Rich Hale wants. Ivanov does not need a lot of range to generate power.
Come on, guys. Let's go.
Call for action from 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘. Hale looking for a level change. He's fighting very close quarters. And a miss from Hale. Ivanov clawing at the cut under his left eye.
Ivanov in the southpaw stance. Harder to work the jab against someone in that stance, but that's going to be Hale's weapon. Has the reach advantage, want to pump that jab. That can dictate the pace of the fight.
Ivanov inside to the clinch, and now the body lock, let it go. And the overhooks.
I find that strange. Hale pushing forward with the clinch, not getting separation.
His own overhook.
Here's corner saying you got to get out of there. I agree. He seems content to stay in close with Ivanov.
Ivanov was fishing for a standing rear naked choke. I beg your pardon, standing guillotine. Thanks, Jimmy, for shooting me that look. I'd like to see a standing rear naked choke.
Somebody's got to do it. They do happen. Ivanov does have a good guillotine. Rich Hale has to be careful with his head in close like that. He will shuck and go over the top, look for the guillotine.
Seconds remaining, round one.
Clubbing left hand. Caught Rich Hale behind the ear. That eye really bothering Blagoy Ivanov.
Center of the Bellator cage. He's trying to establish his reach, his range, and his jab here in round one.
Problem is, most of this fight has been at Blagoy Ivanov's range. He's been in close.
Ivanov back to the inside. Underneath from Hale. Ivanov trying to get inside. Hale trying to stay outside with his strikes.
Nice right hand by Hale.
Final seconds. Hale's corner telling him to get busy. Hale trying to explode in. That's the end of round one.
Okay. Good. Here we go, round two. You ready? Let's go. Fight, guys.
Jimmy, how'd you score round one?
10-9, Rich Hale. Scored some good shots from the outside at the beginning and the end. Blagoy Ivanov able to get in the clinches, but didn't do as much with it, I think, as Hale did from the outside. That being said, Ivanov started finding his range at the end. Landed a couple clubbing shots.
Cut under Ivanov's left eye, which opened up early in round one. There's also a lot of swelling. Strikes land around number one. See, big time in favor of Rich Hale.
Very true.
This from Ivanov. That's a slip from Ivanov. Hale tried to pounce. To the body with the left hand from the clinch.
One thing about Rich Hale is the guy who made light heavyweight. He cannot trade one for one. He needs to outland his opponents that are bigger punchers, like Ivanov.
Ivanov just went for a throw, couldn't find it. Hale with the right hand. That's the first real attempt we've seen from Ivanov to try to get this fight to the ground. Ivanov stepping in, lands that left hand, and he has rocked Hale. Hammer fist now, big shots, Ivanov trying to finish. finish. Unloading with the left hand.
This should be over.
Huge shots from Ivanov. Still throwing.
I don't think Hale knows where he is.
Hammer fist now from Ivanov. More left hands. Look for the key lock, back to the left hand.
Now Hale is in huge trouble.
𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 taking a really close look.
Wow, giving up the back for the front. He's going hard for the guillotine.
Trying to fully lock on the guillotine now is Blagoy Ivanov.
Man, he's got a lot of confidence in that guillotine. I thought he was about to end it with strikes. So we tell guys to never do, which is give up the back for the front.
Hale back to his feet. Hale took huge shots, takes another one there, rocked again, tries to circle out. Cut out of the corner of his left eye, still standing as Rich Hale.
I cannot believe he's still in this fight. Wow. You have to ask yourself, is Blagoy Ivanov, did he just punch himself out? Looks very tired.
This is an amazing round number 2 of this heavyweight tournament opening round fight.
That's a shame Rich Hale probably won't remember it.
Jimmy, without question, there are a lot of referees in MMA who would have stopped this fight and given Ivanov the TKO win.
The vast majority would have. Rich Hale still standing there, still throwing. But make no mistake, he does not have his wits about him right now. I think he's right now just fighting on instinct, Sean.
Right hand got through from Ivanov. It's a nasty cut outside of the left brow of Rich Hale.
Thing is, only Rich Hale knows if the cobwebs are cleared right now. Actually, he may not even know. Still walking forward. Blagoy Ivanov right now recharging, trying to get his wind back, look for him to explode again before the end of the round.
Hale in all sorts of trouble in round 2. Now, final minute of this round, and he's the aggressor trying to walk down Ivanov. Hale fainting. Hale under absolute barrage, at least thus far, successfully coming out the other side.
Another
from Ivanov. It's the wide left hand that's finding a home for Ivanov here in round 2. Still Hale comes forward. An absolutely outstanding round between these two heavyweights. Here comes the third and final round.
Hey, bro, let me see you after real quick. Good. Final round. You ready, sir? Final round. Let's go. Fight.
𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘 just said it. Final round of this heavyweight tournament opening round fight. Rich Hale versus Blagoy Ivanov. The winner through to the final 4. Side knee from Hale. Power strikes landed. Round 1 in favor of Rich Hale, and look at those numbers for round 2.
A wipeout for Rich Hale, 17-1. The second round, a wipeout for Blagoy Ivanov. It's that left hand, he keeps finding a home for it.
See the blood trickling out of that cut, opened up by Ivanov, outside of Hale's left brow, opened up in round 2.
Oh, went for the takedown, but giving up his back, and Ivanov able to end up on top. I talked about it earlier. Rich Hale needs to outland Blagoy Ivanov. When Blagoy Ivanov lands the left hook, Rich Hale is rocked. When he catches Blagoy coming in with the right hand, it doesn't have the same effect. He needs to outland Blagoy Ivanov 3-1, 2-1. That has not happened in rounds 2 and 3.
See the placement of the forearm just under the chin. Heavy grinding top game from Blagoy Ivanov. Closed guard from 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗣 now opens his guard. Hale's corner imploring him to sit up and through. Back to closed guard.
And that blood becomes such a problem. You're sitting on your back, the blood runs right into your eyes, makes it very hard to see.
Ivanov extremely comfortable in this position.
On top, hitting somebody. Most fighters are very comfortable in that position.
Interesting though, Jimmy, we'll see what Ivanov tries to do. Will he just be content to hold this, hang out on his knees, land these strikes from the open and now closed guard of 𝗟𝗘𝗥, or will he try to take some more chances?
Well, I think 𝗟𝗘𝗥, he has good submission skills. I think Blagoy Ivanov respects that. He has very long legs and arms. I don't think he's going to take a lot of risks in this position, Sean.
And from Ivanov, now the right.
The only debate about last round is whether or not it was 10-8 or 10-9, so he knows if he wins this round, he's got this fight. I don't expect him to take huge risks. I think he'll stay here and land shots.
1:45 remaining, third and final round. Guard from Hale, and there's the stand-up from Dan Miragliotta.
Interesting. I thought Blagoy Ivanov was busy enough to keep the fight there.
Turn yourself around. Hands up. Ready? Fight.
Hale trying to pump up this crowd, trying to gain their support. Walking down Ivanov. Both fighters battered and bloodied here, as you see.
Problem is, he's trying to get the crowd support, but he needs to earn it with some strikes here. He needs to put some things together and get a finish. He has 1 minute left. Crowd helps those who help themselves. He's got to put them together.
Hale, you see, trying to cut off the cage, trying to cut the angles. Ivanov on his bike.
Ivanov's tired. He spent a lot of energy trying to finish 𝗟𝗟𝗥𝗢𝗣. His gas tank very low right now.
Swing and a miss from Ivanov.
Hale has to fight like he needs a finish. My scorecard, he does. I think on any reasonable scorecard, he does.
Hale snapping the jab, looking for one more big strike. Doesn't come. That's the end of the fight. 15 minutes up, 15 minutes down. Very good fight. And that round number 2 was really something special. Here's Michael Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, having gone the distance, we'll go to your judges' scorecards, where all 3 judges, Steve Armstrong, Dan Mattison, and Don Turnage, all see the fight the same at 29-28 for the winner by unanimous decision. Now a heavyweight tournament semifinalist, Blagoy Ivanov.
Blagoy Ivanov gets the 10th win of his pro MMA career. He remains undefeated, and he is now a semifinalist in this Bellator heavyweight tournament.
Blagoy Ivanov, the champion in the heavyweight division, going toe-to-toe with the #1 contender, Josh Copeland. There you see the tail of the tape. Blagoy Ivanov, 29, 6'1", 250, and a 73-inch reach. Copeland, 33, 6'1", 248, and a 75-inch reach. This is it, the main event of the night at WSOF 31. For the official introductions, here is 𝗟𝗪𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your main event of the night, sanctioned by the 𝗟𝗪𝗥𝗣𝗬𝗪 Gaming Commission. And now, live from the Foxwoods Resort Casino in 𝗟𝗪𝗥𝗣𝗬𝗪, Connecticut. Are you ready? It's about to go down for everybody in the building. Your main event is brought to you by Alienware, the ultimate gaming experience. We're scheduled for 5 rounds for the World Series of Fighting Heavyweight Championship of the World. And now, introducing on my right, fighting out of the blue corner, he is your challenger. 12 victories, 3 defeats. Standing 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing 248 pounds, fighting out of Arvado, Colorado, by way of Denver, Colorado, introducing 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘. And now, his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, 13 victories, 1 defeat, standing 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing an even 250 pounds, fighting out of San Jose, California, by way of Sofia, Bulgaria. He is the undisputed, reigning, defending World Series of Fighting Heavyweight Champion of the World, Blagoy Ivanov. Your referee is 𝗘𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗘.
All right, gentlemen, this is for the title. Read the rules in the locker room. I want you to obey my commands at all times. I want you to protect yourselves at all times. If you want to touch gloves, you can do it now. Good luck to both of you.
So here we go with the main event of the night. No knees to the head of a grounded opponent. 10-point must system based on aggression and cage control. This is the heavyweight championship bout. Blagoy Ivanov, Josh Copeland, scheduled for 5 rounds.
Well, Copeland didn't look like he was certain that Blagoy was going to touch the gloves there, did he?
Oh, yeah. He both came out.
Copeland noticeably smaller, which I personally like to see in a fight, guys. I like when a heavyweight is lighter than the other guy. He moves quicker, his endurance is better, and he can get to his target a little bit faster.
Oh, yeah. These guys are looking to establish distance right now. Looking to set up feints.
All right, Chael, if you're in the corner of the cuddly bear, Josh Copeland, what do you want to do here early in rounds 1 or round 2?
Establish myself and get my respect early. I want to engage. Let's not forget, just because Copeland chose to kickbox in his last contest, he is a college wrestler from UNC, former teammates with Justin Gaethje, who's cornering him tonight. Use that wrestling.
And David, for the champion, Blagoy Ivanov, what does he need to do early on to make sure his belt does not leave Bulgaria?
I mean, I think that he's doing a good job right now, just being patient, just looking to establish the distance. I think that the bombs are going to start to come. Right now, he's just looking to get comfortable right now, and he's going to start probably throwing that lead hand pretty soon to set up the rear left hand.
Respect shown early on in this one. It's scheduled for 5 rounds, and it's Blagoy Ivanov that decides to push the pace just a little bit. No one wants to get caught early, and a one-shot first round end, so we're going to take this one real slow for the big fellas.
Copeland's reactions look good. He's quick. I realize we haven't engaged yet, but we're still seeing some fast twitch muscles here. The downside for Copeland is so far he has been reactionary.
Copeland gets in, gets out. You see the big left cocked and ready to go for Ivanov.
Came over the top with a big left hand right there. Ooh, that was a train wreck right there.
Yep.
Copeland took it.
Yes, he did. He was right there to answer back.
You got to realize when these two come together, that's more than 500 pounds colliding in the center of the decagon.
Copeland touched the target there. It was the chest, but he did make contact.
Finding the range, getting comfortable.
Inside, and a big gash on the right side of the forehead of Blagoy Ivanov. Whether that was on an unintentional headbutt or a punch, he's got an issue now with blood on the right side of his forehead.
Copeland's starting to realize he's got the speed advantage here. He's starting to realize he can lead this dance. He doesn't have to just be reactionary.
Yep, and he's starting to press forward too.
That's a pretty substantial cut. The good news is it's off to the right-hand side, so you see the blood trickling down. It's not going right into the eye of Ivanov. That is a plus for him, but that is going to be something his corner is going to have to get attention to right away, and he's still got 2 minutes to go here in round number 1.
Definitely a good point right there. It's off to the side, the right side of the head. Can't just run in like that.
Wow.
Copeland
there to
fires
answer.
back.
Yep, he's there to answer back. These guys are swinging heavy leather out there tonight.
Again, Copeland engaging Ivanov.
Blagoy very calm. He knows that blood's coming down. He's still fighting his fight. He's standing his ground. He's taking his shots when he needs them. I just think it's Copeland that might get a little bit more relaxed as time goes on.
Chandler David, do you ever have a situation where you get cut early on like this? Does it motivate you? Does it put you in a possible panicky anxiety mode?
I mean, you just got to stay. You got to follow the game plan and do what you're doing, and keep in the fight. That's a part of it. You don't want to let that make you lose distraction.
Copeland has taken
focus.
some very hard shots here, guys, and he's absorbed them. I don't think he's going to get hit any harder later in this contest than he's already been hit, and he's proven that he's got the chin to take these shots.
Referee Big Dan 𝗟𝗪𝗏 keeping a close eye on the cut on the right side of the forehead of Blagoy Ivanov. As they come into contact with each other, you see the blood's getting smeared, and Ivanov getting it into his eyes, and that would be the situation that a fight could possibly be stopped.
What we're seeing right here is a situation where Copeland is just like accepted the violence of the situation, and now he's just starting to stalk the champion and come forward, and he's really letting his hands go. You can see his confidence building. The demeanor of his fighting style is starting to shift right now. He's pressing the fight. He's got the champion up against the fence right now.
The amount of blood you shed has never been a determining factor of how or if you win a fight. But right now, it's got to give Josh Copeland a little bit of confidence as he moves forward and said, I've cut the champion early on. As he has survived the first round and the cleanup will begin. We'll have the second round when we return after this.
Stop.
Hey, Doc.
So the cut men in each corner earning their money here early at WSOF 31.
Guys, there is a substantial amount of Vaseline put on Blagoy's cut. It did stop the bleeding. That amount of Vaseline would not be allowed by most commissions. That is very substantial and can rub onto the bodies and start to create a greasing effect. But it has stopped the bleeding.
So the majority of the attention was paid to the Ivanov corner, but for more on the Copeland corner, we check in with Joey.
Todd, the advice from the Copeland corner was filled with passion and intensity. Coach Jake Ramos told Copeland, you go out there, you let your hands go, you get off, you go first. And lightweight champ Justin Gaethje chimed in saying, you're ready to go 25 minutes to death if need be.
And that's exactly what it might take, because Blagoy Ivanov sustaining some serious damage early on. Takes another straight left from Copeland. And David, I think Copeland's doing a great job. He's not getting greedy. He's not getting in there trying to go for the whole thing at once. He's going to get in, get his points, and get out because he respects Ivanov because he can do just this.
Exactly. He's trying to chip away at the champ right now. The champ's doing a real good job blitzing forward. But Copeland, once again, being patient.
And Chael, that aforementioned petroleum product now seems to have disappeared from the forehead of Ivanov.
Yeah, it got wiped away, and the blood's got great shot there by Copeland. He digs to the body. Copeland needs to stay in the fire here. He's very worried about keeping himself out of danger. At some point, he's going to have to put himself in danger.
You just come in there with a big flurry.
That's right.
That's correct, Chael.
He has the speed advantage. But every time Ivanov gives him a reaction, Copeland jumps.
My boxing coach, Leonard Wilson, calls it catching and pitching.
As Joey reported, Justin Gaethje in the corner of Josh Copeland, a fellow teammate. Collegiate wrestling, both of them, and wow.
Look at that. These guys are going after it tonight.
Copeland has shown he was the man for this job. A lot of people thought, well, is he ready? Ray Seppo said he was.
Straight down the middle with that left hand. Beautiful shots. Now these guys are letting it go.
But look at that. Copeland can take.
And he comes right back.
He can take his biggest shots. This night is not going to get any worse for Copeland. The worst is over, and he's absorbed it.
That's correct.
And don't think for a moment, guys, that Blagoy doesn't know that. That can also be a little bit demoralizing if you're the offensive man and your best strikes don't put the man down.
Time!
Yeah. Big Dan 𝗟𝗪𝗏 is going to take a look at this. Both men have cut, but Blagoy Ivanov has got the worst of it. The big issue, guys, is the safety of the fighter. Now, it's not necessarily the cut that's put him in danger. Obviously, it's the blood going into his eyes.
That's right. There's got to be an acceptable level of Vaseline that can be used. Every commission has that. I don't believe what we saw last time was acceptable. My guess is that that was slipped past the commission. The relevance, if an acceptable amount of Vaseline cannot stop the cut, this contest could be stopped.
And you see
Now this is always confusing. The doctor has called the referee over for the referee's opinion. It is solely the discretion of the doctor, and the referee's opinion should not be taken into account.
Dan Murgliat is a lot of things. A doctor he is not.
He's the doctor. He's telling if he goes in your eye, I got to stop the fight. All right? Okay.
It sounds as though the doctor said, I will give it one more try, but if it goes into your eye again, I will stop the contest. Those are the words of Dan Murgliat.
And Dan just looked at that cut once again and shook his head, so this could be very brief for Blagoy Ivanov if he can't finish this thing. And
big shots right there. Now he's going to...
The big Bulgarian is just chasing
He's hungry
Copeland.
for it now. Look at him throwing the big leather right there.
It's a smart
Staying in the pocket.
Copeland knows he just needs to survive.
It's on here tonight.
Excellent job by Copeland. Excellent survival. And Copeland hits that cut again.
He does not want to give his belt away because of a cut on his forehead.
No, he doesn't. He's hungry. He wants to go for it and finish it.
Copeland sees the target, gentlemen. He just landed a big left hand right on that cut. One more could end this contest if enough damage hasn't already been done.
Good heavens, this is just the second round scheduled for 5.
After the comeback that Jason High just gave us, I refuse to make a prediction early.
Looks like he's trying to come back with a full counter right there.
Look, it's in his eye. It's as simple as that.
Copeland strikes again.
It's in his
Switching
eye.
back and forth from the left to the right. Southpaw to conventional.
Murgliat is close. He's getting close to stopping it.
He's going to stop this.
It's not in the eye yet. It's not in the eye. Beautiful exchange right there. Big heavyweight action. You don't even see this in heavyweight boxing.
Another shot by Copeland. Blagoy does not want this title to go. He is doing everything he can. He's fighting like a true champion. But I don't know that he can deal with this blood. And even as their heads touch right here, that's going to open the cut.
And it's got even worse as he uses the crew cut of Josh Copeland to try and get some of that blood out of his eye.
50 seconds in the round, and Blagoy will be able to go to a cut man who can apply a little bit more Vaseline. Slow that down a little bit. Copeland needs to know.
Do you think Dan Murgliat is looking at the cut itself, or is he looking whether Blagoy's eyes are being impeded by the flow?
The eyes.
He's just looking straight at the eyes.
I think that's right. Murgliat, I heard him say it. I don't know if our audience could pick it up with the mics. He said if it goes in your eyes, I have to stop the contest. That's the direction
and look
of
at
the
that.
doctor.
You see the blood trickling down. It is going just to the outside of the
just
brow,
on the
just
outside.
on the side. So right now,
and it's not affecting Blagoy's vision right now.
As gruesome as it may look, the fight goes on under 10 seconds here in round number 2. An amazing job by Blagoy Ivanov to seize momentum of this fight, and he will see a third round.
Good stuff with these guys.
Copeland touched it again.
What a round 2 with a stoppage for the blood check and everything as we check in with Joey Varner.
Well, Todd, there was not too much advice in the corner of Ivanov. It was all the doctor advising his coaches that if the blood continues to trickle in his eye, he will be forced to stop the fight. So the majority of their corner's attention was focused on stopping that blood, sealing the cut, and getting him ready to come out this next round and keep on fighting.
And I'll tell you, fellas, if that cut was a couple centimeters to the left, it's going right into his eye. Where it is now, it's trickling just off the right-hand side and hitting his eyebrow and then going closer towards his ear. So he's in good shape there. Certainly will need stitches after this fight, but right now all he cares about is keeping his belt.
And you know, guys,
and he lands a good left straight right there. And another one. He doubles
in
on
trouble.
Comes back with the right hand. Look at these guys. Both these guys coming back.
Guys, we focused in that last round in fairness so much on the cut. We failed to say Blagoy won that round.
Sure.
He got off the better shots. We just had a moment of drama there. Blagoy is the busier fighter. He is landing more strikes, but Copeland is doing just enough to stay in here and prove he is the right #1 contender for this job.
Oh yeah, and you see these big heavyweights right there, and they're in shape right now. They're coming after it. The months in preparation and conditioning, look at these guys.
No panic in the corner of Blagoy Ivanov as reported by Joey Varner. I'm surprised he didn't tell him end this thing fast. The longer this goes, the more it's got to weigh in the favor of Josh Copeland for a possible stoppage because of the blood in the eye.
Each man here trying to impose damage in their will on the other. Landing big shots on each other throughout the duration of this fight.
The main event of the night at WSOF 31, certainly living up to its billing right now, is Blagoy Ivanov, the champion, trying to hold on for dear life. He's been controlling the fight, but right now the blood is working against him. Pace slowing down here as we approach the halfway point of round number 3. Guys, it would be an absolute miracle, wouldn't you agree, for this thing to go the full 5?
Definitely. Copeland's going to try to keep his hands up right now because Blagoy is looking to throw that left hand straight down the middle, so he's got to start keeping his hands up a little bit. Good fencing jab with the right hand right there.
Blagoy, a couple of hard shots, bounces off Copeland's iron chin. Copeland's got to get those hands up. He survived those shots early, but a lot of that's because he did have good defense coming in. If those hands are down, Blagoy does have the power to end this contest. Good shot by Copeland on the break. Another couple of good shots by the Cuddly Bear.
Both the men are looking to take their head off the center, right? That was right good right there. That was like Blagoy looking for 𝗟𝗨𝗥𝗢𝗣𝗚 to off-balance his opponent and then follow up with some strikes.
Well, I tell you what, Josh Copeland is one tough individual.
Good 1-2 down the middle.
Copeland needs to break this tight clinch. The blood's getting in the eyes. There's no way around it. It's starting to come down. Ivanov had to wipe it away.
It doesn't seem very sportsmanlike.
Nice right there.
Good time by Ivanov.
Good time.
And the Cuddly Bear scrambles to his feet.
Outstanding. As fatigued as he is, he popped right back up to his feet.
That took a lot out of him right there, though, guys.
That is some slippery plasma out there in the middle on the Alienware logo.
A little out of Ivanov, though, as well, champ.
Oh, yeah.
Ivanov's now backing up for the first time in 20 minutes.
Fellas, with 40 seconds to go in round number 3, and I was going to say it doesn't seem very sportsmanlike, but if you're Copeland, do you target the cut on his forehead?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Good of you guys to think about it for a second.
It's a fist fight.
And this is more like a train wreck right here as these guys keep jamming each other with big shots right here. And you see the sweat bouncing off each other's heads.
I am stunned at how bad both guys want it.
We are on our way to a 4th round here at WSOF 31. We'll have that when we return. The main event of the night, heavyweight champion Blagoy Ivanov in a complete scrap with Josh Copeland. The issue, the cut on the forehead of Ivanov, but it continues to go down the side, the blood that is in the side, and that is a determining factor. It has been stopped so far once by referee Dan Mergliotti. If the blood goes in his eyes, they will stop the fight. As we check in with Joey Varner.
Todd, the advice from the Copeland corner was less technical and more inspirational. They said, Josh, it's 10 minutes for the rest of your life. Go out there, take the belt from him, and walk away a champion tonight. You have all the tools needed. You just got to let your hands go and pull the trigger.
We will see if he responds. Across the way, there was a very motivated Bulgarian in the way of Blagoy Ivanov.
It's interesting because every time Copeland lands a punch, it looks like he's looking to see the result of it. He just needs to just keep firing.
Exactly. He's got to start putting some punches together. He's very worried about defense. I don't think he realizes how good his offense has been tonight. There's a perfect example. Stay in that pocket and keep firing. That's what Blagoy has been doing to him.
Chael, blood aside, who's winning this fight in your book?
Blagoy is winning this fight. We're having some major drama here because of the blood, and we showed a little too much excitement to it, perhaps. Blagoy is winning this contest.
Champ, you agree?
That is correct. You're starting to see Blagoy add some leg kicks right there. He's got to get his head off the line, though. He's starting to get popped right there.
A couple of great shots there by Copeland.
He can't get his feet stuck in the mud. He's got to get his head off the line. Every time he fires, he's got to move his head. Expect something to come back. There you go.
So after 2 straight rights from Josh Copeland, Blagoy Ivanov now, as Copeland misses with the undercut.
Copeland is really starting to connect in this round. He's putting some combos together. He just needs a little more output. And I imagine fatigue is a real thing. These guys are hiding it well. They're standing here doing their job. But it's got to be kicking in as they're approaching the 20-minute mark at the conclusion of this round.
David, how much is training different as you prepare for a 5-round title fight as opposed to just 3?
Oh, you just get used to it after a while. My body's acclimated to it now, but it's real hard. It's a lot tougher than the 3-round fight, okay, especially if it's like this. These guys are just going after, it's a very physical fight. And to do that for 5 rounds, these guys are heavyweights. They're already halfway through the 4th. These guys are in shape and ready to go. They trained really hard for this fight, and it shows.
Both men content to come forward, exchange 1 jab, 1 punch, and then back out. They've expended a lot of energy, especially in that 2nd round, as Ivanov thought it might be stopped and his belt taken away. He burst it on, but you see Copeland, even when he gets tagged, he seems to be able to fire back a left and connect to the side of the head of Ivanov.
And it's amazing, Joe. We see like Copeland have these moments of activity where he does fire and then he's successful. And then he just stops. You know, he needs to just continue that work rate.
Yeah, absolutely. He's losing this fight, guys, but not by a lot. He could start stealing a couple of rounds here. He just needs a little more output. There's the back punch.
And Ivanov has found an opening. Copeland rocked for a moment, back up against the cage, and Ivanov comes forward.
You see him lock the hands up. Maybe he's looking for a throw.
Oh,
nice knee.
Watch those knees. There's a couple of tie clinches that Ivanov's had there. First time he actually threw a knee. Now here's where Copeland can see some opportunity. Again, I do believe fatigue is a factor here, but if it were not, tactically, he's got to step in and let those hands go, does Copeland.
Coming up on a minute to go in round number 4. Both men not backing down at all, and it's Blagoy Ivanov inflicting more damage to Josh Copeland, who will just not go down. The cuddly bear.
He's got to stop doing that right there. He's got to keep in good position. I know that's one way to avoid punishment, but when you turn your back, you don't see what's coming.
Oh, he knows what's coming. That Bulgarian nightmare coming to knock his block off. Final 30 seconds of round 4.
Go, fight.
More often than not, what you see with big guys is you see like the bursts.
Body shot there by Copeland.
Go, fight around.
Here we go. This is it. The final in the 5th. Good body shot right there. Straight left downstairs by Copeland. Answered back with a left head kick by Blagoy.
Wow. Copeland pays the price for that as he drops his head and Ivanov fires off 2 big shots.
That's the worst Copeland's been hurt so far in this fight. His legs buckled a little. He's already recovered. But that was the worst of it thus far.
And does he have some chin?
Both of these guys have absolutely taken some wicked shots throughout these 4 rounds as we enter the 5th. And guys, when we were in the 2nd and both these guys were already a bit of a mess, it looked like they'd been in a 10-round fight. I thought there was no chance we're getting to 5. And here we are with 4 minutes remaining for a belt.
A little bit of dirty boxing on the inside right now.
Copeland great job with the head
against the
control. He can keep his head right in his opponent's jaw. He can control the position. Even if he needs to catch his breath, this is an opportunity to do it.
You see Blagoy circle off the fence.
Watch your head, watch your head.
The head was clean there. The referee warned him there was no head butting. It was just a placement.
Copeland continues to come forward. Blagoy Ivanov almost looking across like, are you kidding me, dude? When are you going to go down?
This has just been like an amazing fight between two heavyweights right here. Champion Blagoy Ivanov against Josh Copeland.
And this is usually not what a fan favorite fight is about. The two big fellas get in there, but this has been some kind of entertaining. I gotta say, I appreciate the fortitude of both these guys. Neither one of them giving an inch. Fans on their feet in the Grand Theater here at Foxwoods. The conclusion of WSOF 31, the main event with Blagoy Ivanov.
Oh yeah.
Trying to keep the belt in his corner, and Josh Copeland, the challenger, looking to spring the upset.
I don't think the cut has any relevance now, gentlemen. I don't think under any condition will they stop it in the fifth round. I think they will just let that go. So Copeland, who is behind as I see it, is going to need to find a finish here.
This is amazing.
He's got
again
2 minutes to get it done.
Leg kick. These guys got chins made of elevator steel.
Copeland now
slipped up right there. Now he's coming forward with the shots.
Oh, he tied him up. Again, champ, I think that's fatigue. He should not have tied him up. Those shots were working.
Oh, Harai Ghost right there. Off the overhook throw. Nice. Blagoy Ivanov landing in side control position, right off the throw from the fence. Beautiful Harai Ghost. That's that judo background.
Copeland's got to get
coming
to
into
the
play.
underhook. He's letting Ivanov have the underhook.
It's one of the moves that we teach at my school right there. Lands in good position. Copeland's got to try to circle back up to his feet.
And Ivanov not just trying to survive and keep his belt, he wants to finish.
Oh yeah, he's hungry for it.
1 minute to go.
Watch the back of the head, watch the back of the head. Watch the back of the head, thank you.
Blagoy Ivanov lets him up. He decided he wanted to finish this on his feet, and Copeland's marching forward.
And they're coming, they're bringing it. Look at the crowd come alive.
For the final 10 seconds, everyone enjoy.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for these warriors tonight. After 5 championship rounds, we come to your judges' scorecards. Judge Sue Sanardis scores at 49-46. 𝗟𝗘𝗦𝗏 scores at 49-46. And Dave Torelli scores at 48-47 for your winner by unanimous decision. And still, the World Series of Fighting Heavyweight Champion of the World, Blagoy Ivanov.
What a fight at Foxwoods. We hope you've enjoyed our evening of fights here at Foxwoods Resort Casino. Guys, your final thoughts on what was an amazing card.
The single greatest nights of fights in the history of the World Series of Fighting.
Absolute war.
Congratulations to Blagoy Ivanov. He remains the champion, and huge congratulations to Josh Copeland.
Blagoy, you're bloody, you're battered, you're bruised, but you're still the World Series of Fighting heavyweight champion of the world. How sweet is this moment for you?
Yeah, I'm very happy because this was a very tough fight and got early cut with butt head. But I'm the winner and I'm happy.
As a fight fan, this is what we dream of when we watch two heavyweights compete for a championship. Was this the toughest fight you've ever been in?
Yeah, this is one of my toughest fight, and I prepare very good, and Josh he prepared good, and it's having a good fight.
Halfway through the second round, you got a cut on the right side of your temple. The referee checked it. It was bleeding into your eye. He expressed concern that he might stop it. In between every round, he kept on coming in saying, we might stop this fight. How worried were you that your title shot could be ended because of a cut?
Yeah, I'm not worried because I spend a lot of time for this fight, and I can't stop for one cut, you know.
Well, thank you as a fight fan for putting on an amazing display of mixed martial arts, retaining your title. Congratulations once again.
Thanks. I want to thanks to my family and all my friends here and all Bulgarians for the support. Thank you.
Congratulations. Thank you, buddy.